I've been walking around with torn shoes, and the people that give out free stuff, they've been playing me. Before I get there, they tell me they run out of stuff. And I was on my way here to, they said some of them are giving out free stuff. The churches, they're giving out free stuff on 36 and First Avenue. So I was on my way to go there, and there was this black American who was blocking my way and was dancing, dancing. I thought it was crazy. And by the time I got there, they told me that as soon as I got there, the church group left. So they went to another place. And I've been walking back and forth. They've been doing that to me. They said this Eric Adams said they should be arresting homeless people and accusing us of being crazy. And I've been wearing this shoe now. I can't get a replacement. The shoe finally broke in pieces. I'm now wearing mismatched shoes. Because it's hard to find my size. My size is 13. And it's hard to find my size. So I've been wearing this shoe for so long. And I had extra shoes. But the other side, kind of said she was stealing stuff from us. So they were stealing so many of my bags and stealing my shoes. I said they're confiscating. The police also are joining in to take homeless people's property. They love the clothing, shoes, so they love the homeless. Also back out looking for stuff. So they love these churches. They run out of stuff quick, and they've been playing games with me, making sure I suffer. I've been walking back and forth. By the time I get to one place, they told me the church has just left. And the black American guy was on 34th and Broadway here. And he was following me and he was dancing. I think the police came and pick him up. So they have formed a black American xenophobic gang, making sure we Africans suffer. And the weather's going to get cold soon. And it's like they want my legs amputated or whatever, and the police are arrested. I've been wearing this shoe like this, for a long time, So if anybody can donate to my Cash App so I can buy shoes and get a place to stay. My Cash App is $NYC homeless. I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for surrogacy. I'm not looking for friendship. I've gone through a lot. My mother's daughters killed my mother, Blanley and Flora. Framed her as crazy in the hospital. At that time, my mother was suing the NYPD because the NYPD took her home. A black American helped me and my mother to sue the NYPD, appeals to the court because Eric Garner, the ones that choked, the police that took Eric Garner there. So I've been going through a lot. I'm not looking for any kind of fake relationship where anybody may look to cash in on my tragedy and whatever and claim a relationship to me. No, I'm not looking for any relationship with anyone. So please, I'm only looking for non-conditional humanitarian assistance, either to my Cash App or to me in person. I beg for money on the street also. But I prefer you donate to my Cash App to avoid any confusion. I don't want anybody to claim any kind of relationship with them. No, I'm not in a relationship with anybody. I'm not standoffish, but they said there's all kinds of inheritance scammer that could fake relationship with you and kill you and collect whatever they think you're worth. So I've been trying to sue U.S. immigration also. My mother brought me as a child and they arrested me in JFK wrongfully. Said children are not welcome. My mother had a green card. I had a visa also. And the case lasted 8 years before I got my green card back. And soon after that, me and my mother, our home was taken by the police or wrongfully or started by the NYPD without a court order, and then Uganda was separate, so Uganda was treated. So I'm trying to sue the U.S. immigration, trying to sue the NYPD. It's been, so many years now, but I guess with the stress I've been through, I've been homeless for 15 years. Sometimes they will allow you to, they would extend the statute of limitation due to the stress I'm going through. But I'm not crazy or anything. I don't want anybody to frame me as crazy. And that's why I'm afraid, that they say in America, if you can claim you're crazy, they will automatically increase the statute of limitations. I don't want anybody to be in a relationship with me. I don't want to get killed and the person will go and file the lawsuits in the court, say I committed suicide or something. A woman said her child was being bullied. She brought the child here from Bangladesh. She said her child was being bullied, and when the child went to school in Queens and didn't come back, the police said the child jumped into the train track, and the parent said she thinks the child was pushed into the train track. So some people have been hiring little kids for tackling. In Brooklyn some days ago, my cart was giving me problem, the tire broke, and I left it, but 86-year-old 4-5 in the police camera was recorded. This was on Friday. I believe today is Saturday, October 18, 2025. Friday was no. Today, I believe today is October 19th, 2025. Today is Saturday. Yesterday was Friday, October 7th, 2025. So my cart broke down in Manhattan, and I pushed it into the train, got off at 86 and 4th Avenue, Brooklyn Out train station. And I placed it by the train station in front of the police camera, 86 and 4th Avenue. And I went to go and buy this new cart. And by the time I returned, some kids were surrounding my bag, and they had moved it close to where people were crossing the street, the crosswalk. So they wanted people to tumble all over it. And a guy named Tramel Thompson is an MTA worker. He said people should be afraid that the little kids now can kill people in the subway. And someone has hired these little kids to be bothering the school kids. They said the criminals now are hiring little kids because the courts will bend over backwards to make sure if a little kid kills somebody or does something wrong, they don't go to prison a long time as an adult. So please, my life is not safe. There's some inheritance scammers that I believe they kill me. They can work with my mother's daughters and inherit my property because I'm a Nigerian, unmarried, gay. I was born in male, I'm not a woman, without child or children. I said they can just kill you, they can claim you married them or you adopted a child. There's something called parenting by estoppel, whereby the courts will allow, a non-biological parent, especially if the person is deceased, to adopt a child post-mortem. If the biological parent of that child says the person while alive wanted to adopt a child but didn't live long enough to adopt a child, and they'll give all your property to the child. So I believe this is why some black American gangs want to kill me. And I've been seeing my mother's daughters come from Pennsylvania, come here to New York, Bolanle. I've been seeing her come from Pennsylvania, come around me, and she'll walk past me. So I don't know if the gang that follow me around are the one giving them my location. My mother said that daughter Bolanle is moving with a gang, like a narcotic gang. And friend my mother's crazy and God had killed them in 2015. And she's been coming all the way from Pennsylvania. I've been seeing her, and I saw that she's lodged in a 5-star hotel called Four Seasons across the street from 100 Church Street. 100 Church Street in Manhattan is where the New York Corporation Council is. There, the lawyers that represent police officers that kill civilians. So this Erica Adam, the black American mayor of New York City, said the police should be arresting us homeless, and sometimes when the police arrest people, they kill them, like a West African Diallo. The police was about to arrest him wrongfully, and it was trying to show the police his photo ID next time that, and the police shoot him with 40 bullets. So so I believe this Erica wants me to be killed as a West African. This is some black Americans who like Africans say we sold their system slavery, because he probably believes if I'm killed, my mother's daughter are moving with like a black American narcotic gang, and they're going to inherit my property and give it to his fellow black Americans. So he's been bringing policies, said the police should be arresting us homeless, and some people are using little kids to taunt me, to punch me, and this guy, his name is Tramel Thompson, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's a black American that works for the MTA, and he just posted a video on Instagram that people need to be afraid that the little kids who are now doing killings here in New York City. I said they're operating near the train station, and I've been seeing they've been bringing little kids around me to the train stations. I don't want them to push me to the train track. And this Arikadam has been saying though, they want homeless people to declare crazy. They want homeless people to declare crazy to make it easier for the black American gang to kill me and just make it look like I committed suicide. Sometimes people try to push me on the train track. So in case I get killed, this Arikadam should be investigated for acting in concert with a black American gang trying to kill me. I'm a Nigerian, and some black Americans are trying to kill me in reverse retaliation or reverse discrimination for slavery. Even some black American gangs attack me on Fulton and Franklin, where I normally go to eat in a Chinese restaurant. As soon as Trump became president again, and they told me they were going to be killing Africans because they don't want Africans to be able to succeed, and that we sold their ancestors to slavery. And I see that another African I know who is homeless, hangs out of my 34th Street and Broadway. As soon as I started speaking with him, he said that they robbed them, stole his green card, stole his Senegalese passport. The police also arrested me and stole my green card. This Arikada, was mocking me after the police arrested me. Because back then, they used to harass me around 2017, 2019. Near Arikada's office, the police, I used to go to the train station there called Quad Street to go use the bathroom in the train station, the bathroom for women customers. So I was born a man, I'm not a woman. And the police were surrounding me, wouldn't let me use the bathroom. Like, they want to beat me up. They were hurrying me about the bathroom to provoke me so they can beat me up and kill me near Eric Adams' office on Quad Street. So I will go and they'll kick me out of the train station for using the bathroom that I paid fare. I paid the subway fare, and I will go in front of the train station near Eric Adams' office and I'll say, in Ohio, a Nigerian just became mayor, and I'll also say in Ohio, where they allowed undocumented immigrants to have driver's license. I said the New York police needs to welcome us immigrants, be like Ohio and Iowa, where they allow immigrants to be part of their society. And so the police arrested me and framed me up as crazy. I went and locked up in the cycle, choked me and stole my green card on near base on Berry Avenue and 4th Avenue. I stopped going to that bus there. The police was trying to attack me and arrest me there regardless of it. And I thought if I changed location, maybe, and they still came and arrested me on Bay Ridge and 4th Avenue on July 23rd, 2019. And then soon after that, some weeks later, on January 20, 2020, this Eric Adams issued a statement to congratulate them, saying, you outsiders are not going to be welcome in New York. You go back to Ohio. You go back to Iowa. New York is for real New Yorkers, and we're not going to welcome you outsiders. And it was reiterating my speech when the police would bother me. As using it as an innuendo. Say you go back to Iowa, you go to Iowa. And the police stole my green card that day. I hasn't returned it. I so had to replace your green card now. He said Trump is having the immigration arrest people that show up at the immigration office and accidentally deport people. I don't even have the money. I don't have the lawyer. So I've been without my green card for 6 years. They stole it from me when they arrested me and locked me up in the psych ward. And this Eric Adams said, he has paid all the hospital bill for those owing the hospital bill. I never told him to pay my hospital bill. He said he did it out of his own. And as soon as he became mayor, he said he signed a law to be paying hospital bills. Because, I was owing the hospital money. I didn't sign up for the insurance, Medicaid insurance they told me to sign up for. So why he paid my hospital bill without my acquiescence, which is against the law. That's the EPA law that says nobody can go into your medical records without your consent. And this Eric Adams, why, and the since that Trump, who I also criticized, as dismissed criminal charges against Eric Adams for the Turkish bribery case, and said he needs Eric Adams for his immigration enforcement. And this Eric Adams is going to be putting homeless people on psychiatric medication. That's one way the U.S. has been deporting immigrants. They will claim you're crazy and they will just inject you with psychiatric medication and deport you. So this Eric Adams is making it easy. He said the police should be arresting us homeless. So my life is in danger. I'm walking around with 2 different pairs of shoes. Then some black Americans are taunting me. Don't let me get the free clothing and free shoes. The church groups always give homeless people. It's been so hard since this Eric Adams said. This Eric Adams started this hatred by black Americans towards Africans, because when Biden was allowing the Spanish migrants come to America, making it easy for them, this Eric Adams said, it was okay with the Spanish people coming to New York, but said now some Africans are also showing up. He said, no. He said, no, New York doesn't have enough money to take care of everybody. That's when Biden began criminal charges against Eric Adams. Said, he was collecting bribery from Turkey. And this Eric Adams said, Biden's just trying to punish him for speaking out against Biden's immigration policy. But, and this Eric Adams said, the migrants, we homeless migrants, immigrants, is to say we're going to ruin the New York economy. There'll be no money to help the black Americans in school, like school programs. And so since there's a lot of black Americans that are attacking me as a homeless African, and they make sure the church groups don't give me clothes. They just mess with me like a black American on 34th Street here, and 34th and Broadway. As I was pushing my bags, it was like 20 men dancing in front of me, blocking my way. And by the time I got to where they are giving out clothing and stuff on 31st and I believe 2nd Avenue, they told me the church just left. As soon as I arrived, I was the only one that couldn't get nothing because my bag was breaking on the way. So they are taunting me. They are telling the church groups not to give me anything. By the time I get anywhere, the church will drive away. Just wave bye to me. As an African, they're taunting me. Sometimes they tell me go kill yourself. People tell me We're not going to welcome the Africans here. We're going to get you to kill yourself or we'll kill you. So then, and then there's a black American worker on MTA. I've seen him a couple of times, but he doesn't help me either. He always tells me I should send him messages on his Instagram, but I send it to him. He doesn't help me still. I told him, look, I'm being attacked in the subway, and I'm being attacked everywhere. Like, if you can help me publicize it, it works for the MTA, and it speaks out for his fellow workers also. Tramel Thompson. So please, I'm looking for non-conditional humanitarian assistance. I'm not looking to be anybody's girlfriend or be anybody's wife or anybody's surrogate, or I'm not looking to have a child with anybody. I'm unmarried, single, without child or children. I'm just looking for non-conditional humanitarian assistance to help me get clothing. It's going to get cold soon. I don't want them to amputate my feet, because I wear size 13 and this other one is not size 13, so I'm wearing it just halfway, and it's very painful. And I wear smaller shoe size, So this one, it reduced me to, not having any clothing or shoes. This Arugada has been inciting black Americans to be robbing homeless people, especially us homeless Africans. There was an African guy that stole his green card, stole his passport. My green card has also been stolen. My mother, when she was alive, also, she was saying, she's getting robbed also. All that stuff, immigration stuff, and Ados also killed her. And she said Ados was like a narcotic black American gang. So I get taunted and made fun of as an African a lot. I get fun of mom. I don't know why they like this way. So I'm just, I'm going through a lot of stress, and I'm being mocked by all these xenophobes and all kinds of people. I don't know if that person is xenophobe also. I'm not in a very happy state of mind. I'm not depressed, but I just don't like, having to dress awkward. And this Eric Adam has been helping black Americans in my situation, because my home, I was vacated from a basement apartment wrongfully by the NYPD, and the Legal Aid Society filed a lawsuit since the 1990s that anybody that's been vacated by the City of New York from a basement apartment, the City of New York has to prioritize us for housing, put us in a hotel with kitchen and bath, and prioritize us for housing. Me and my mother applied for this assistance since 2010. It's been 15 years. They are refusing to help me with the adequate assistance. But this Arukadam, even last year, some black Americans who fell into my position, their house was on fire, so they had to move them out of the house. And Arukadam put them in a hotel following the court order from the 1990s Brooklyn Supreme Court order that anytime the City of New York moves you out of your house for emergency reason, whether it's a basement apartment or whether it's an apartment that has fire, they should prioritize you for housing help, and put you in a hotel room with kitchen and bath. And this kind of has been helping fellow black Americans, like those that had a fire last year. It went to the fire accident, the fire incident, the scene, put the black Americans in the hotel room in the Bronx, and has been providing them assistance. Didn't even give them money. And I've been contacting this Arugada, if you could do the same thing for me. I'm a legal resident, but my green card has been stolen. And I've been sending him video almost every day. It doesn't help me. I send him emails. I even saw him my mother used to work in that area before she was killed, Wharf Street and Church Street. My mother used to tell me she used to work on Wall Street when she got to America in the 1970s. And I saw him around that neighborhood. I said, sir, can you help me? And this Arugada would draw me. I went into New York Law School. This year, so it's been taunting me. I've been brought up as a black American prosecutor from Mahai. I've been sending videos of me getting jumped by black Americans here, man, and stuff, and people jumping me, and it's not helping me either. He also used to represent my friend's family, Arigado's family, after he was killed. And it's, him and the Arigado's family went to court saying Arugada was killed suspiciously. And I have all the evidence. I've been contacting him, and he doesn't want to help me. So I'm being blocked from justice as an African. And so please, my life is not safe. Please donate to my cash app, NYC Homeless. I also beg for money on the street. If you want to give me money on the street, I prefer you donate to my cash app. I don't want any confusion. I'm not looking for a lover. I'm not looking for a lover. I'm not looking for marriage. I'm not looking for surrogacy. A guy took me home and raped me. He said he was looking for marriage. He didn't tell me that they locked up the bathroom in 2020. and I was looking for a bathroom. All the train stations, they lock up the bathroom. And the guy came on the train station, so I could go with them, I could come use the bathroom. After I got to his house, he raped me, said he was looking for marriage. And I told him, no, I'm not looking for marriage. And he raped me and picked me up. I had to call the police to come and free me. You know, and the police wouldn't arrest me either. So I'm being denied justice as an African. I say it's so easy to kill an African and get away with it. Diallo was killed here in New York by while the police was trying to wrongfully arrest him. The police shot him 40 bullets, and up to now hasn't gotten justice. Those police walked free. My mother was killed in 2015 also by daughters. Even my mother, she was telling me she was afraid of her daughters. One of the daughters was poisoning her food with counterfeit poison, violently. And my mother was having bloody diarrhea. My mother fled Pennsylvania to come to New York to come to the hospital. And still that apparently, was able to stop my mother, and I don't know how she was able to find out what hospital my mother was in. My mother was in shock. When that apparently and her sister Flora showed up at the hospital, even though my mother didn't tell her what hospital she was in, but my mother says she's part of a narcotic gang, and I guess that gang has access to police surveillance. I've been under police surveillance since I was in immigration prison in 2000. They said once the FBI puts an immigrant on surveillance for immigration issues, they put you on surveillance forever. So I guess through the surveillance, they were able to locate where my mother was, because I would call my mother when she was in the hospital. And they said my mother said those doors pulled up to the hospital in New York after my mother's fled Pennsylvania, where those doors are based, to come to hospital in New York. And they said those doors pulled up to the hospital and told the hospital to lock my mother up in Bellevue Hospital. And as they were locking my mother up from I said my mother was so angry she died by the way. My mother also suffered some heart disease. So please, in case I die or killed, only civil activists should administer my state. Only civil activists like me should administer my state, provided they haven't denied me in the past. And such civil activists can administer my state, and only they can administer my state, and get justice for me and my late mother, and donate the rest of my asset out to charity and charitable contribution for those suffering xenophobia like me and my late mother. And those being deported by Trump should prioritize for help. And like I said, nobody should be able to do a movie about me. Like I told the U.S. immigration when they arrested me in 2000 that, I'm an introvert, and they wanted to deport me back to Nigeria. And I told them my father was abusive to me in Nigeria and I don't want to go back to him. And they said, who did I tell about my situation while he was abusing me? I said, I didn't really tell nobody. I told them, they asked me why. I said, because I'm an introvert. So it's in my immigration file. My immigration file number is A77954628. A77954628. Once again, my immigration file number is 877-954-628. So I guess, I heard, people would lie that your video is artificial intelligence. So in case I'm killed, I'm no longer around. If anybody claims my video is artificial intelligence, but, this is proof. Because things I'm saying, you can trace it. My mother was killed in 2015. My immigration phone number is 877-954-628. So there's nobody's artificial intelligence, and everything I'm quoting is accurate. I'm a Nigerian. My birthday is July 8, 1981. And the immigration file, I'm just trying to confirm the right date. I believe today is October 19, 2025. Just to avoid any doubt, because I heard if you get killed, people may try to, I'm suspicious maybe my mother's daughters or somebody may try to claim all my videos is artificial intelligence or whatever. They say that's the new ways people are claiming in court. I read a lot of legal stuff. Say that's the new way, would-be criminal types are arguing in court to negate any evidence claiming it may have been. Actually today is October 18. It's not, my phone screen is not so bright. Today's October 18, 2025. So, everything I've been saying is accurate so far. I've got the date wrong. Today's October 18, 2025. It's a Saturday. It's around 11 p.m. Cameras. It's a Saturday, October 18, 2025. It's around 11:58 p.m. That's my Instagram account. And this couple also, I think some of them were making fun of my mother. So I reached out to the link company that, but what caused you know, the girlfriend who's Black American and the boyfriend is Nigerian. The girlfriend was saying, "This is your last meal," and give it to the Nigerian. And the Nigerian was like, "Are you poisoning me?" Which is the boyfriend. And my mother was telling me her daughter's poisoned her last meal. Bolale poisoned her last meal.